Hey everybody, my name's Brandon, and I am your host and game master for tonight's episode of Tales of the Skytorn here on Player Hater Gaming. But first, before we dig into the episode and have tons of fun, let's knock out some really quick announcements. If you have not done so, do us a huge favor. Head over to our link tree where you can find all the URLs. You can find a link to everything. Instagram. You can find a link to the link to the other places where we have our live games because I know how to speak properly like a human.
Which is definitely not. He's a robot.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. So if you're watching us on YouTube, you can find us on Twitch. If you're watching us on Twitch, you can find us on YouTube and all the other places we have our lovely social media presence. Beyond from that, you can also find a link to our Discord. We can come on down to Player Hater Gaming, discord.com, Inc. URL 1234. I don't know what it is anymore, but the link's in there. And you can come share memes, talk live, discuss snacks, play some D&D, and in general, have fun and build an incredible community. But I did kind of rush through those because there is a sponsor announcement I want to get to tonight that I will be handling. This foundation really speaks to my heart. It is near and dear to a lot of things I hold true and believe in. And if you find in your heart, I need you to do me a favor. Head over to IT Angels and just reach out to them. Because, for pennies a day, you can support your IT support individuals so they don't have to work on software that was invented before the internet and pulling his hair out to where it is now in a Mojo Jojo style crazy accord. So remember, in the arms of an angel, you too, pennies a day, can save Mav Hunter's life.
I have no words.
No words. Anyways, if we do some quick scene change magic, we have a few more things that can be announced with assistance. Look in the corner of our players, you will see a familiar D4 shape. If that number is not 3, actually, no, wait. As we all learned from a very famous movie, this is 3. If they don't have 3 in that D4 spot, do them a favor, spend some channel points, give them a hand. They can use that D4 on about 99.9% of all D20 rolls. Beyond from that, if you want to influence the story in a bit more direct approach, feel free to use one of our 2 deck of situation options to where you can either place a card on the deck to be pulled, or you can pull a card from the deck to be used. I do my best to keep a note of who puts a card on the stack, so when it gets pulled, I can give you that proper shout out. Beyond from that, can't think of any other announcements that we have. So let's get into it. Let's have fun, roll dice, and we will dig directly into tonight's episode of Tales of the Skytorn. In the year 208 PT, a world once grounded by tradition and mystery was forever altered. The events leading to the tearing and uprooting of the lands have faded into legend, leaving us with a mystifying era known only as post-Torn. Player Hater Gaming welcomes you to the realm of Ulthana, where our journey takes us high above the clouds, into a realm of wonder and peril, a world composed of dozens of floating islands, each a unique culture unto itself, safe from the dangers lurking below. In this world of soaring islands and untold mysteries, danger lurks in every corner. Heroes and adventurers are born out of necessity, where the unknown has a way of finding its way into even the most tranquil of places. Meet our heroes who will shape the destiny of the Skytorn realm. Dragix, the unlikely but unyielding paladin, a beacon of virtue and strength. Red, the talented sorceress, wielding the elements with unmatched prowess. Eva, the warlock, possesses supernatural prowess, fueled by a pact of unknown origin and intent. Lovikazan, the indomitable barbarian, a force of nature and raw power. And lastly, the Doctor, the masterful wizard, unlocking the secrets of the arcane with every incantation. These 5 souls, each with their own path, will converge in a tale of adventure, wonder, and intrigue. Join them as they explore uncharted territories and uncover the secrets of this realm. Welcome to Tales of the Skytorn.
Chaos.
So, last session, the party
I
did a
love the
bit
name.
more
I'm
exploring.
sorry. Forgive me. I love the new name.
Is it? Oh, is it still the same thing?
Yeah.
No, it's
What is happening with what? That's y'all. I am not awake. It's fine. There we go. Hi, Foster. You have a video now.
Hi.
What did I do? What did I do to deserve this?
What did I do to deserve this? I don't know.
You know what? Roll initiative. Fuck you guys.
No.
I'm kidding.
I got you.
Last
I was really
session,
about to roll it just to see what I got.
I should roll for recap, and whoever rolls the lowest has to do it.
Oh fuck.
I got you.
Okay.
Did you roll a
Ready
one?
for this? No, I got you. Very simple. The party went back into the actual floating castle or fort, whatever you want to call it. You know, we have figured out how to use it as our wonderful and beautiful artificer found an open door. Well, I should say, found a secret door into the control room and said, "What does this lever do?" And we all watched this. Everything started moving around, and everybody freaked the fuck out. And we now have a floating fortress to use for ourselves when we figure out what all the buttons do. And we have still deciding what to do with the teleportation circle. And I think that's really about it. And I wasn't here for it.
You weren't here for it, but you watched it.
I did
Yep.
watch it.
Sure
So,
did.
the final question posed unto the adventuring party. Because she asked for a 10-day to learn everything, research it, and get it to potentially have the ability to basically tether to the ship to follow it at a distance of about, a safe distance, 100-ish feet. You agreed it was the best course of action. So for this 10-day, some of you already gave me some ideas. We already signed off on it, but we'll go ahead and I will ask each of you as I go around the table what you did with your 10-day. And then once I have all of that, we'll do some narration. There may be some interjections to your 10-day here and there, but the goal is to get us beyond that and onto the next story point, potentially. So, Drakix, you're just first on the list.
I know. No worries. We got no problem with that. Very simple. We decided to take a page out of the Kit Cloudkicker book of what to do when you're in the sky.
Mhm.
And instead of using the little surfboard, we decided to use the broom as a surfboard. And we have traveled around for about a good, I would say 100 feet away from the island ship, checking to see what's around using a ward of wind, or what the hell is that spell called again? Just to make sure the fact that there's nothing else underneath the island. I'm sorry, warding wind is what it's called.
Got it.
In order to make an area where I could see peacefully about 20 feet around me.
Okay.
In order to just determine if there's any other treasure spots or possible storerooms that may have just dropped and still hanging on by dear life, because treasure.
Gotcha. I will say you don't find anything But the
That's
most
fine.
thing you find is you do find a pretty good, like, consistent point for you to just kind of note and hang on to, and maybe probably pass around. The platform, I wouldn't call it so much ground because there's only about maybe 10, 15 feet of dirt ground before it gets to the actual stone platform this is built on. So basically the whole thing was referred to as the platform. The platform is about anywhere from 45 to 50 feet extended beyond the walls of the keep. And it is a generally pretty good circular shape.
Okay. Yeah, I will let the team know when I get back after my 10-day of them just looking at me and occasionally watching me just doing kickflips off of the broom, going back under, and just looking like an entire menace to the cloudfish.
You think Red's gonna let you go by yourself? She's absolutely fucking with you the entire time.
Oh yeah.
I will also do a quick note of point for the crew. Unless you otherwise direct them, basically, Grev's probably going to grab a few people and start getting the kitchen cleaned out. Because if the goal is to make this a little bit more of a permanent place, and because, again, the ship could be upgraded, could be replaced, things like that. But this probably feels like something you're going to keep as a home.
Oh, yes. There's already ideas, and I'm pretty sure Drac would also kind of nonchalantly talking to Doc and Antha at one point, talk about, wow, those walls are great artillery points. It would be so great to have a cannon on each corner and maybe like another 2 on the ramparts between the towers just to cover in case. You never know when we may need to just go, ooh, let's shoot those people out of the sky.
Yep. So Greg would probably grab a few crewmates, get the kitchen cleaned out, the moldy food out, everything completely scrubbed and ready to actually be used. So him and a few crew members be doing that. I imagine Galen would probably be doing something similar to you, but doing the walking part of it and like physical scaling, ropes, rappelling, titans. Probably sometimes, given his innate talent to read every language, he would probably help Antha here and there. And then the rest of the crew would just be basically on standby, cleaning, maintenance, and outlook.
Yep.
So
I do want to remind the party that everyone but Zahn and Doc and Cass currently have necklaces of non-detection, thanks to Antha.
Yep.
Yeah, I had to go double check her level, but yeah, she can make 3, 4.
It was 4, you said.
We could look at the table again, but if I said 4, that means it's 4. She can immediately just use an action, poof, infuse.
Dope.
Yeah, because she doesn't, out here on the Cloud Ocean, she doesn't need a lot of infusions going all at once. She's just a runesmith out here. And, I don't mean to downplay her role, but again, she's not an adventurer. She doesn't need to have, goggles of night, boots of sprinting, striding, all these infusions going. She could just do that for you.
This is why Drac is already trying to slowly build her up with everything else. Next, she will be artillery. We are making her use cannons going forward. Yes.
Got it.
Everybody will have their own cannon named. Small little plaque, Galen. Foster going forward.
Levikazan, I am actually going to come back to you later because there's something you said last session that is going to make what you asked put you at the end of the list. And I promise I will explain why. Just I need you to trust me.
That sounds terrifying.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I saw you say sure, but I didn't hear it, but I heard you. I saw you say it.
Yeah, because you're muted. It wouldn't be a stream without it.
Of course, exactly.
It's fine.
Also, please check your messages real quick. Because yes.
Yes, I believe that is something that we did cover. Because he would have to use one of the
Because remember, there's 2? moons?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. All good then.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
we're good on that.
Cool.
Dracus will have to take a very special bath, but he's been preparing for that, so.
Good.
We did have Bob go clean everything.
I didn't figure it about you, buddy. I know you've been getting that prepped.
I'm pretty sure at this point there's 2 barrels of it.
Thank you, Nutmeg,
Just
for
to
the
make
reminder.
sure. Yeah.
Yep.
I appreciate you, Meg.
Foster,
Hi.
what you doing with 10 day?
I'm dicking around. I'm skirting work wherever I can. I'm checking Drax's cabin any chance I get, looking for secret compartments.
Roll an investigation check.
Ah! That's terrible. That's an 8.
That's terrible.
Yeah, bad.
So
Bad.
you're looking around the cabin and you're thinking about where you would hide something, and then you see it.
Oh.
You head over to a section of the wall where you know this is where you would put something, and that piece of plank looks too well placed. So you check it out, you make sure no one's there, you get your daggers out, and you start trying to very carefully jimmy away at the open compartment. Unfortunately, there is no compartment, and you take a plank off the wall. Just as you do, give me that 1 second, Dracix, 1 second. Right as you do, there's a like plank coming off. And then
I cast mending.
Okay, Dracus, what were you gonna say?
And I'm like shoving it back into the wall.
As it pops open, there's just like a small mini picture with Foster and there's nothing here for you.
You break it, it opens, little piece of paper.
Yeah, I'm mending it first though, and then I pick that up and see it, and I'm like,
it just says try harder -D.
damn it. God damn it. I will, bitch.
That's beautiful. There's something like that in each of the obvious spaces too. It just says, "Oh look, you were so close."
So you're dicking around, you're kind of helping but not really, and mostly just enjoying time away, I'm sure,
prepping
and
the
breathing.
baths in the castle for
Okay,
Squad
got
Day.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
We need another pit stop and to get fancy soap and bubble bath and stuff. But bubble bath exists in the world now.
Eva, what are you up to for this 10-day?
I'm a free agent. So if I'm not watching the kid, I can do whatever someone else needs me to do.
I mean, Red would want to spend time with Eva.
Well, yeah, that's a given.
Okay.
But she's not focusing on anything in particular. She doesn't have a job she's doing or any focused activity that she's on.
What do you mean? Being in a relationship with Red is a whole focused activity and a job.
Ma'am, calm down. We'll take care of that in our own time.
I'm curious Eva's reaction to not having to look over her shoulder every time for, no more scrying be done on her because of the necklace.
Also would say feel free to take this time to try and figure out which of the 8 rooms who's going to be where. Let's see. Red.
Yo.
What you up to?
She's going with Dracix while he's doing his shenanigans and just being a menace in general during that time.
Okay.
But
anything specific you want us to role play through, or just insert shenanigans?
Seriously, just insert shenanigans. She's gonna try and fuck with him constantly. Um. She will be imbuing her dagger all of those days. And spending time with Eva and Cass, and that's it.
All right. Doc.
Doc's time is spent doing a few things. He is daily 8 hours enchanting a necklace with non-detection for more necklaces and non-detection. He starts the day off by casting non-detection on him and Zahn, and Cass as well, as a precautionary thing until we get these necklaces figured out. And just as an 8 hours thing, he was also going to spend a few hours a day infusing a precipitation into a broom for Bob to use.
I love that.
That's not what I'm going to do. Sorry.
I was like, what are you doing?
But that is all Doc really has to do right now. Unless anyone needs his help with anything else, he is mostly just focusing on the necklaces for right now. Because Anta seems to have everything under control, but if she needs Doc's help, he will help.
I mean, if you're not busy.
I have most of the days free, yeah. Just if you need anything from Doc, now's the time to ask.
I figure your week would have been freaking full up.
Yeah.
Surprisingly not, because I only need 8 hours a day to do the enchanting.
Fair.
Let me Oh yeah, she's got.
And
Brett has full
Brennan,
proficiency.
yeah,
Brett has full proficiency in Nosh, but if you wanted to learn Elvish, I know Red's been giving lessons.
Probably a good time to continue those lessons. I don't know how long we are until Doc is proficient or not.
Yeah. Just an offering.
I mean, and Eva doesn't need my help with anything. I'm down to do those.
Gotta find my notes. Where are my notes?
All right. Levikazan. Because of something you asked either last session or session prior, I put you last. So I want to see, and I'm not trying to dangle something in front of you, but I need to confirm this, and there's no way to hint at this. I just have to come out and say it.
Perfect.
Do you continue on with your thought process of checking out the study library room?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your goal?
Probably just to see what books are there, if there's anything interesting that Doc may want to use or that might be useful for us. Or that kind of thing. She's probably also cleaning it up too.
Okay. So I will go ahead and remove the mess. Looking through some of these books, a lot of them are very dry. They're very information based.
Yep.
But amongst them, I do need you to make either Arcana or Investigation.
Hold on. Yeah, I have no proficiency in any of that. Should I use the new dice? This is the first one with the new dice.
Set the tone.
It's gonna be great, you know, because I have such a low modifier. That's a 12 total. It's double digits. I'll take it.
It is.
Yep. No.
So
Yes.
you do.
Nope. I'm gonna use a D4.
Okay.
Shit. Okay. Math. +4. 16. Yep.
Okay.
I can't math.
Good.
Thanks.
Very good.
Yeah.
Oh.
You, as you're looking through some of the books, like, God, this is boring, family trees, various things, you come across one. As you're reading it, the text shimmers. You realize what is written is not what is true.
Oh. Galen? Doc? I found a book.
I love how Galen was the first name.
Like,
not
book, languages, I don't know, shimmering text. Yep.
Shimmering text equals magic.
Yes, it does.
What's Zan's intelligence score again?
Not.
So, Doc, one of the days, probably the first
Mhm.
day, where you are, I'm gonna put you in the dining area.
Okay.
You are sitting there, going over some work, doing some infusing on an amulet, and you just hear, Doc.
Doc knows Zon doesn't call his name out for no reason. So
No
he's
reason,
gonna
yeah.
come over. He's going to come over and see what's up. Like, stop all work and can just immediately come over. Yes.
The book is doing weird things, and I don't know if it's just my eyes being weird or if it's the book.
Here, hand it here and let me see.
She'll show him.
Is it clearly magical, or some sort of
Yes.
magical effect?
Absolutely, yes. She's already passed the DC, so I'm not going to say, I'm like, oh, make a DC check. No, she's already done it. She points it out. You look at it, and the text, like, has a quick arcane shimmer over it. You would know this spell immediately.
Yes, I've used it probably.
It is illusory script.
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't think any of us could read this even if we wanted to. We're not the people designated to read it. That makes sense.
Huh. Right.
Though, we take it to Miss Eva, because I believe Doc is aware Eva has Dispel Magic now, right?
Yes.
Okay. I couldn't remember if we actually used it or not, but I know we discussed it, so. We take it to Miss Eva, she can probably cast her Dispel Magic ability on this, and it will allow us to read it.
Oh. Well, yeah, we should definitely do that then. Do you want to get back to what you were doing, or are you more interested in this now?
Well, now you have my interest.
I always have your interest. The book now has your
course.
interest.
Eva, is there anything specific you'd like to be doing when they come find you?
He would be working with Cass, but
Okay.
kind of in tandem where Cass is going through her study books and Eva is basically going through a journal of her own that she's just not really been keeping track of, but
Okay.
been making some just like notes here and there whenever she realizes she has time to actually relax.
Indoors or out?
Probably indoors.
Okay.
That way Cass isn't having a brain explosion.
Yeah. So I will get some desks and tables placed upstairs, but upstairs there is like a secondary study. So I will quickly maneuver.
Oh god, wait, things are happening.
And I'm going to be lazy. I'm just going to copy cast from another page. Easy. So, kind of knowing the study plan basically at this point, Livik is on, Doctor, two of you get upstairs, head into the study room where you find Eva looking through a book and Cassandra also looking through a book. You're not sure which one looks more bored. Well, no, Eva might be pretty engaged in her journal, but Cassandra probably is on the struggle bus.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Eva, we found a book that's magical and we can't read it, and you might be able to do something about it.
Looks at Zahn, looks at Doc. You can't read it?
It's a illusory script. I can't, unless you're someone who's designated to be able to read it, you can't read it.
Right. What do you want me to do about it?
Well, you can cast your dispel magic ability and remove the spell, causing us not be able to read a book.
Is that wise?
And there's no other effects on this book that I can see. And you're only removing the one effect, the illusory script effect.
Okay. Let me see the book, I guess.
Doc will hand over the book to Eva.
Just because Zahn doesn't understand magic, and what Eva said was that wise, Zahn is going to be prepared to yoink Cass and shield her should anything happen. 'Cause child.
Fair.
Yes. Zahn will die for this child.
First of all, just out of curiosity, since they have given me a book, can I read the book?
You cannot. I mean, there's words there. There's letters.
There's words,
but as you're
yeah.
looking at it, it's just very dry retelling of, like, in the fourth age, Sir so-and-so married lady such and such and gave birth
Right.
unto heir, yada, yada. But as you're reading it at this point, because it's been pointed out to you that there's magic on it, you read it like, God, this is wait a minute. And then you look and just like, there's like a quick, like, prismatic shimmer over the text. And you're like,
Got it. Yeah, she'll pop a dispel magic on it then. She'll use a third level for the time being.
Got it.
I'd rather make the check than waste my fourth level.
So as you do that, the text all kind of basically like peeling like the safety protected cover off like a new monitor or something. It just peels off, and beneath it, do you read it from top to bottom?
Yes.
Henceforth unto this tome shall be recorded the true history of House Sashwin,
Ooh.
scribed in pen and truth by Ulrich of House Ernstein. When the blood of the bear meets the dreamless sea, and the stars of the eight burn once more, the sky will descend, and the Sashwin shall rise again. As you begin to read this, you immediately begin to understand this is a detailed retelling of everything Sashwin had their fingers in.
Okay.
And it's going to be a chunk to go through. So, who's going to read it all?
Well, now you have Eva's attention.
I'm going to need water.
Yeah. Always have one.
I drink too fast.
Mano para arriba, mano para arriba.
Do we have to call Kelby to give you the Heimlich maneuver?
Okay, no, we're good. We're out here.
This is the Sashuan journal. The real one.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to give you a brief overview I mocked up.
Yeah.
And then, as you have more questions, I will let you know if they are or are not within the parameters of the book.
Sure. Or you can just send me the text and I can read it.
Too late, we're reading this.
Small little summary
Long-
tab on the very top.
Yep. Long before the Isles rose into the heavens, House Sashwin was not merely a noble family. It was the silent architect behind the entire floating civilization of the Skytorn realm. Through guile, diplomacy, and divine insight, Sashwin placed trusted vassal lines in control of 8 kingdoms, one upon each of the great islands or nations. These noble houses ruled publicly, but their allegiance through blood, oath, or secret pact lay with Sashwin. Together they formed the Silent Council of 8, presiding over by the Sashwin matriarch, Lady Ilra Sashwin. Their collective purpose was to preserve the material world from ruin. It was Sashwin who first proposed the Ascension Protocols, the plan to lift fragments of the world into the clouds. But their refusal to power the process through life essence made them enemies of Count Vosswood, whose dream-fed hunger proposal was eventually adopted after their downfall. The betrayal shattered the balance of power and ushered in the age of the Cloud Ocean Sovereigns. As you get further and further into the book in the last few pages, there's a distinctive tell it's being hastily written.
Okay.
Within it, I'll give you some things for free because you're taking the time to read a book. Yes, they were the first to propose in the calamity. Save what we can. Float above the lands and remake a barrier. But there are detailed accounts of arguments of how Sashwin being vehemently against using any kind of living power source, which obviously got in the way of some individuals who were for it. And for you, Eva, I need you to make an insight check.
Insight? Okay.
Yes. And honestly, I'm almost kind of against even asking you to make a check. Give me a second here.
Holding.
You're going to get something out of this, but don't think of this as term of pass or failure. It's degree of gain.
Sure.
So make an insight check.
That's a 9.
Okay.
Use a help dice. Help dice. Help dice.
Fine. I'll use a help die.
Not me being an information gremlin.
12.
Okay.
With a 12, it is looking through this and reading through it and kind of thinking about the process needed to, trick all the elves, convince them that they're being teleported, not to the Feywild, but now they're getting teleported to these stone sarcophagus you guys found and powering the cities. You realize what would happen if there was a creature who could feed off the dreams of others, and he had an endless supply of dreaming elves. He would never go hungry. He would never be without satiation. And he would be in a perfect paradise for him and those he can sire. But that's what you can suss out. There are the 8 houses.
Are they all named at this point?
Yes. They are named in the book. They are named and crests are shown. So you can go back to the leadership room and match them all.
Sweet. That would probably be the first thing that she does for
Okay.
Zahn and Doc. You just watch as Eva like gets up and starts moving. She's going back to that center.
Okay. There is one that has a crest of a golden stalk of wheat circled by a halo of light. And this is the one that seemed kind of familiar to you, Doctor. This is a house that oversaw the nation prior and what would become the archipelago of Ivory. It was House Thalen. Thalean.
Do I know any members of that house?
Oh yeah, they were the ruling house. They're one of the most influential houses upon the island.
And I'm sure if I do, the two people who survived are not relatives of those individuals. We're correct. They're just other people. Yeah.
Other people. Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, this entire house fell. We'll say when the rest of the island fell. But they were quite the influential people. They basically ran everything in town. But they're also good people, though.
Where in the chairs did they sit?
They would have been there. Whoops, hang on. Alt drop.
Yes. Perfect.
You type them up, I'll just drop them.
Yep.
You want to go down the list for you, Miss Mint?
Please.
All right. Next is House Vexmar. Vexmar. Their crest is a compass rose framed by silver wings, and they looked over Beacon Trove. You would also learn about them that they were the navigators and messengers, and they were responsible for connecting the isles. They secretly built teleportation circles that allowed the Council of Eight to meet unseen. And that's it.
Mar?
That's Vexmar, yes. Next is House Marrowen, Marrowen. Their crest is a pair of clasped hands beneath the scales of trade. And Drakix, you would recognize this crest, as they are one of the predominant families that assisted in founding the Cloud Ocean Trading Company.
I would make that known. He'd be like, oh, look, it's no, they're not the assholes of the sea, of the Cloud Sea, but it's the Cloud Sea Trading Company.
They're the equal opportunity assholes. They're just rude to everybody.
Yeah.
Can you give me that crest one more time? I'm sorry.
A pair of clasped hands beneath a scale, like merchant scales.
Yeah.
Is it holding on to the actual?
No, they're beneath it.
Oh, they're underneath it, so it's like kind of like
Yeah.
this with the scale on top of the hands.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Next one you're aware of, but I'm going to do it to give a tech details for a specific person in this party. Next is House Urswin, and is a tri-beast sigil of bear, wolf, and rabbit circling the storm of an eye, like an eye storm.
Where did House Merowyn sit?
Oh, sorry.
Gosh.
I know, right?
How dare
Over
you?
here trying to
Gosh,
dunk
it's like
all
you're
the
the
lore I
DM.
can. Gosh, the worst ever.
Terrible DM.
Why do you guys keep showing up? I don't understand.
I don't know, man. And
I've got to break Paige out every Saturday, so
You can try.
I've seen Grim. He can't bench what I can bench. Love you, buddy.
You can bench him.
This is gonna be the one time you're paying attention.
Right? Oh my god, can you imagine?
I'm gonna have Morgan come find this and cut it out and put it on there.
I can make this happen.
All right, cool. Write down this timestamp.
somebody
Fuck,
flip it.
fuck. Me too.
Let's see here. Next is House Vantrell, Vantrell, and their crest is a loom threading lightning through clouds. You look at this and you, after reading, they were the pioneers of Weave Tech. They're the ones who kind of cracked the code about how to tap into the energy of living creatures. Not a great house. Not good people. That's not going to work. Let's see if we can.
I got you. I'm just gonna
I got it.
do that.
Oh, there you go. Next is House Verdanthel, Verdanthel. Their crest is a hand cradling a blooming rose made of glass. And looking at this doc, this is the one that seemed familiar to what your family crest was, but it was just like elements of it.
Okay.
You're not sure if that has any like hidden meaning detailing back to the Veil Crest bloodline or what it is, but that's...
Well, I have a crest for the Veilborn, which is what the Veil Crest were
Or
before.
Veilborn, yeah.
Yeah. So their crest is a little different, I think.
Mhm.
So, and they were already established separately for the time period, from what I understand.
Yeah. Next is House Ironveil, Ironveil. This would be... I'm trying to think here. I don't know about you, Foster, but it would be familiar to everybody else here. It was one of the one of the predominant banners you saw on Wingata. And their crest is a ship's bow, just kind of barely breaking through a storm. And then last is one none of you recognize. There is House Lumeris, Lumeris. It is a crescent moon with 8 stars. Reading through their history, Eva, they are archivists and philosophers who preserved the Ascension protocols. And they hailed from an island, a floating island, known as Zephys. Zepphys.
Has Zephyrus ever came up in Doc's research?
Make a history check.
Okay. That is a 24 total.
It's come up, but it's kind of like the same context of like Atlantis.
Because I feel like when I was looking for the Lost Temple, that name has come up before. Like you said it before.
Mm-hmm.
So
you recognize it, but again, it's in that kind of that mindset of it doesn't exist, or it never did, or we were construing knowledge, or it was just something different. Atlantis.
The Forgotten Temple was thought to not exist, and we found that. So
True.
That recontextualizes everything.
Very true. So that's kind of the big chunk of the book. It was reading it, Eva.
Mm-hmm.
It begins to kind of almost read like a last will and testament style. It was kind of, you would imagine, you could tell, like reading through it, they felt there was something on the horizon for them that was not in good faith and standing. Like their doom was probably coming. And it really gets present when it gets into like, I mean, there is heavy conversation about right when a calamity hit. It didn't seem to be like an immediate event, like just it broke free and then just started just eating everything. It seemed to almost like sludge its way across the lands. So they had time, it seems. You're not sure how much time, but gauging off everything, it was at least like decades of suffering and trying to figure it out and trying to either, destroy the creature, which I realized was impossible, or save how they can in any way they can. And that's where it was like, well, we'll float land masses. And, the keep you're on was one of those first few things like, hey, we can do this. Now we had to expand it. And the problem became power. And it was put forth, we should use living creatures. And House Soshwin was against it. And then that's where Count Vosswood steps in, makes his point, begins targeting them. And as you've obviously seen from the keep, he got his way.
Yeah.
Well, damn. That's a lot of information.
Yeah. And she'd be sharing it with Zahn and Doc, kind of just going through her brain because players processing information, characters.
This is a multi-day read. This is going to take some time.
That's fine,
Yeah.
but even still, like once she starts getting pieces together, she's gonna be like, "Hey, found this."
Oh yeah.
So. Not all of these are directly individually tied to an island in their time, but they might be tied. Okay, I'm gonna have
I would assume this information is shared with Red at some point, and she's going to become absolutely fascinated with this book, looking for anything that she might be able to pick up about what happened with her.
It doesn't go into heavy detail about that, but it does have because the purposes was for their family and their ties, not so much like the science of the magic behind it. But it is mentioned, how that it became another great point of discussion of containing the Everhunger, because they realized quickly they could not destroy it, they could not defeat it. There's various readings, other things like that could potentially be found.
Okay.
I would say we'll cross that bridge in a minute. See what you guys think of.
Okay, so this is player me asking this question because in my notes, which I rarely write, and I will admit that, at the very beginning, there was a Zephyrus legend, which sounds like Zephys. Did I just write that down incorrectly, or are they two separate things?
It probably was just a typo.
So it is the Zephys legend?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember when he says Zephys, that triggered a memory of like,
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
going over talking about that during the Lost Temple stuff. I was researching
This
for
was
Doc.
way before that. This was the Ilrun family. There was the Zephys legend, priestess of the ocean. The priestess could manipulate the ocean. These people worshiped the sky ocean. This was about 100 to 200 years ago. There were enchanted creatures. That's all I have. Yeah. But
Oh
this
yeah,
was-
no, I remember
Yeah.
because we found that cultist ritual thing during the Sky
Yes.
Shark debacle.
yes. That's from that.
Yeah.
I just realized we have a way of finding the island.
Which island?
Zephys.
Yeah.
Oh?
I mean, if it's below the clouds, we can descend into the clouds now.
Okay. Why aren't we down there now anyway?
Because number one, we didn't know much about Zephys. We didn't think the fact that there was anything important about it because random stories, you know?
Right.
Now we have, oh, look, we have a house that belongs to them.
And they were in charge of the Ascension Protocol.
Okay. Yeah. We should look into that.
When Drac is told he's just taking Galen, we're going to the map and we're
Mhm.
just going to take the special compass and just pop in some magic and
Mhm.
whoop, Zephys is the thought to
Okay.
figure out where it is.
Need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, jeez.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, no.
It's fine.
Let Doc do it next time.
I mean, it makes sense. He's the navigator.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
fair.
throwing a D4 onto it just because.
Okay.
That's a 22.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3.
You take
6.
8d8 worth of.
You're dead. Thanks. Bye.
Your brain
Oh,
melted.
bro.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
You are under the effect of the feeble mind spell.
I'll be stupid for a week. I'm sorry, no, 30 days.
Yeah, 30
Unless somebody
days,
casts
yeah.
like Greater Restoration on me.
You take 20, reduced to 10 points of
Ooh.
psychic damage as you resist some kind of aggressive barrier that's trying to stop you from enabling the magic of this compass to work properly. You push through
Mm-hmm.
and it points up.
Up? Like
Wait.
up in the sky? Up?
Like, from our direct position up?
On a spherical 3D option, it points up.
What the fuck?
Okay. Hold on.
We're going to take a break.
Simple.
Damn it!
It's break time anyway, because I want to roll some ads. So those that come in don't get pre-rolls, and I need to use restroom. So
Fine.
we're just gonna take a quick 7-minute, or we're gonna run 2-3
This
minute
is-
ads and come back. You're fine. Plus, I need more water too. So I'm gonna get some water, use a restroom, and see you when we get back from break time. Ooh, water.
they said.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. So, yes, in the current configuration of the compass, and it's 3-dimensional, it's basically a sphere. The compass, the needlehead points up.
Drax is gonna stick his head out of a window.
Mm-hmm.
Is the moon directly above me?
It is not.
Shit.
Huh?
He's just gonna look over at him, just blank. Hey, we have a long trip ahead of us before we ever get there. But he's also like nursing his head right now. I feel like trying to force himself through. There's also like a small, like little like nosebleed. And he's just like wipes it away. He's just like, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not doing that again for quite a while, but I'm fine. And he just closes the compass.
Galen just looks at you. I told you that thinking thing's bad for you.
He looks at him and just goes, "Oh, thinking is what saved you in the first place. Thanks, asshole." He just opens and closes the door. And then he walks out. But he would definitely let everybody know about Zephyr's probable location compared to where we are right now.
Okay.
Can we see anything up?
Cloudless sky. Actually, no, hang on, wait. That's inaccurate because thinking about like the altitude, you guys still have to be low enough to breathe, but high enough to make a new bubble. So there will be clouds above you, yeah.
Okay.
So it's even higher above us in the stratosphere or something. Got it. Yeah, we're passing the message along to the team.
All right.
Do we think
All
it
of
could
you. Go ahead.
do we think it could be a metaphorical up? Like deities?
A god that is an island.
With his understanding of the
Island.
compass,
Mm-hmm.
would he believe that it's a metaphorical positioning or a physical positioning?
It points to the known location of your current thought process and desire.
We also don't know how this compass works with things in different planes of existence.
Right, like if we were trying to find a god.
Well, for
Well-
example, if Eva went to the dream realm, would the compass point to her portal to her position in the dream realm above us?
Ah.
Right.
We can find out.
Or immaterial things. Like,
Right.
I don't have an example.
You were doing so good.
Yeah.
You were rolling with it. And then just
Okay. I'm trying to figure out
Looney
how Drac
Tunes
would,
e-break.
express like his thought process on the way this compass works,
Mhm.
with how he's currently been using it and everything else. I think I figured it out. All right. In the way that this appears to work, at least on the material plane, is that it points to the closest, it points to what I'm thinking of. So the position of treasure, it has pointed us to. Danger, it has kept us clear of that. Possibly my ancestor's cube. We may know where it is. So I'm going to continue with the assumption that it is pointing us to where the item is, even though I've never been there. As long as it understands the thought process, the story behind it, it may point us to where it is.
Again, it doesn't answer the question of how it
No,
would function
no,
if it's a
that,
different
I
plane.
agree. I agree, but at least here, and he's kind of like implying the material plane, that's how it appears to be working.
Right.
We'd
so I
have
have
to test it with the dream world, unless, of course,
Right.
one of you wants to test it out with something that you're thinking of.
I have a question though. What if we were to use it in the dream realm? And try to find
Drac is just going to hold it out at this point.
Zahn's gonna take it.
Oh God!
Okay.
What do you do?
She is gonna think of what she desires the most right now.
Points to Doc.
Yeah.
Yep. It still works.
Think of the dream realm.
She thinks of the dream realm, but it drifts to like her quarry where like they meet.
And infuse your will into it. And he's going to kind of like glide her finger to where he's usually doing, like he's usually opening it into the globe form. Like
Okay.
infuse your will from into the compass through here. And he kind of like lets her do that portion, lets go, and just pushes it, like kind of like clicks it, and immediately grabs his hand away to see what happens.
Yeah, she does it like how she was talking to her quarry before. That's kind of the same feeling she's giving. Bad feeling about this.
By the way, will, he means was put in a spell slot worth of power.
She doesn't have spell slots.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a number
Oh.
1 through 12.
Hmm?
Pick a number 1 through 12.
I'm gonna roll for this because I can't decide. I'm not using that dice because that dice is stupid. 11. My favorite number.
11.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Use your roll 11d12.
Oh my God! What?
Oh no, don't die.
Yeah, I'm not using my dice for that.
Uh-huh.
62.
You take 62 points of damage
Jesus.
What type of damage?
as the compass. I can't really give this a type, honestly.
Cool.
It is just life force pulled from you.
Oh, fun. Hmm.
You immediately suffer 62 points of damage as it pulls life from you
Oh, great.
and opens into the configuration to where it can now has one of the rings kind of goes from flat to chink.
It's just like a dribble of blood. She kind of coughs a little bit of blood up. Did I do it?
As you cough the blood up and it spatters onto the compass, it sinks into the metal.
Whoa.
Should I?
Doc is immediately throwing a 4th level cure wounds into her.
Should I bleed more onto it?
No. Drac is immediately kind of like grabbing onto the compass at this moment in time, and is also going to be like pumping in like
Good. I'm good. I'm
15
sorry.
points, 15 points of healing using lay on hands because that feels terrible.
Okay.
He took 22 points of healing from Doc.
Thank you.
Drac, does it normally do that?
No, and Drac at this moment in time, normally he's fine, he's okay. He's currently his scales kind of like look a little paler at this moment because now he's internally freaking out. He's like, the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? But it's just like, you know what's on? You are not touching this again. And he takes the compass from you. It's like, I don't want you dropping dead.
As he
That
takes
was
it
a
from you, Ludwig is on. You look down at the needle before it's taken from you, and it is just spiraling.
Ooh.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
What were you thinking of? He holds it in his hand now.
Well, I was thinking of the dream realm, but then my thoughts drifted to where I meet my quarry. My mind person, right?
No, Drake knows that.
Yeah.
He's met him.
Yeah.
And the business end of his sword at the time.
Yes.
Good times.
Yeah, good times.
Yep.
So now Drax's thinking is, so because you technically don't meet him here, it's spiraling. And
so other planes doesn't work. Big kickback from the gun. Seemingly. Do we have guns in this world?
Technically, yes.
Technically,
There's
yes.
Cannons.
The
Big
firearms
kickback
are
from the
firearms
cannon.
are very, very rudimentary. They're very much flintlock and pistol, and
Not important.
they haven't
Sorry.
made it to revolvers yet. Not for lack of technology, but lack of
material.
necessity. I'd say
Yeah.
necessity. When you have
We got
magic,
Why?
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, there's no reason to advance past a flintlock pistol, if that.
basically, yeah.
Because
I mean, that's
because
the exact thought process.
once you have a cannon going, the flintlock pistol is more like an afterthought, like a little project kind of thing. Maybe the guards might use it or something like that, and then you're not really gonna do
Yeah.
anything past that point.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Simple way of testing to see if somehow her thought process may have affected the compass. Drac is going to start thinking of Red's broom to see how it once again reacts, because it's now in his hand.
Once it switches hands, it snaps shut back to the two-dimensional configuration,
Mm-hmm.
and it points in the general direction of the broom.
Okay. So that's a one-time thing. Zahn, you
Yeah.
please
No
don't.
touching.
No touchy. No touchy.
Even if it's like dire emergencies, and
No touching.
somehow I might be able
You
to...
tell. He's like, unless you could put your will into it.
I mean, my
I-
will is my strength. My will is my
Yeah,
body.
I don't want you bleeding from that. So no.
Just rage first. It's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No.
Whatever God is talking in my head knows what I'm talking
That'd
about.
be hilarious. Just grab the compass.
It's like rage. Think of where we're going to. Anger. And it just starts spinning again. Weird.
Just bleeds
Uh.
on it. I mean, what if it does need blood?
No.
There are
It doesn't
better ways
make
to find
fun
that
when
out.
Drac uses it. I'm just
It's-
sorry.
So far, nobody's actually realized the fact that Drac kind of like leaves like a little blood like right there. He's just like a small nick in his finger, but he's also like confused in with like his will through his magic. So it's just
Oh,
like,
yeah,
okay,
you have the access to magic spells to
yeah.
mitigate that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he's definitely not. He's just gonna like look over to Red, like, do you want to give it a try? Fuse some of your will into it, please.
Right. I can do that. I have two things I want though. Or at least
Focus
want
on
to
one.
try to find. Right, the first
then-
one.
We focus on the other afterwards. And
Okay,
he's gonna
so
hand over the compass.
All right. She is first going to think about the dream realm.
Do you infuse a spell into it?
Yes.
It opens up to that ring rotates over. You think of the dream realm,
Yes.
and it just
Okay, spirals. Got it.
Yep.
Right.
We
So
pretty much have confirmed that it does not react
It's-
outside of the material plane.
right. So whatever it is that we're looking for is up. Actually up. She's too tempted. She is going to think of where she can find a record of what exactly happened to her. Specifically during the Rising of the Islands.
Where are you all located right now?
We are on our way to the chain of islands. I forget what it's called.
No, on the map.
No, I think he's mean like
No,
where are
in
we
the
out
house.
of
Where
the-
is Red
the
standing
fort?
right now?
Okay, where are we meeting in the house to do this?
I want to say we're in the study, right over here.
Yeah.
That's where all the books
that
are.
makes a good sense.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Because that's also, I think,
So-
where Zahn found the book, right?
It
Yes.
points down and at a slight angle.
She's gonna continue to focus on that and go down into the basement.
It
No,
leads you to the
dude.
teleportation circle.
The teleportation circle? I had to go back to Bosswood.
Bosswood has it somewhere. Wherever
Surprising.
that circle leads.
That's not
Wait.
that surprising.
But wouldn't it point towards that island then? Or does it
Not
is it
necessarily.
showing you the most direct path?
most direct
It's showing you the
path.
most direct path.
Got
Oh.
it.
So I have a
Unless.
few ideas for that.
What if?
Alright.
Zahn had a random brainwave. Zahn intelligence went up by 1 for momentary value. What if? Because we know that places can be created in the dream realm. What if this? Because maybe it's not actually on this plane, but this is the closest path to it, and it goes into the dream realm. I don't know. Magic.
Well, following that
Um,
logic, wouldn't it have pointed to
hmm.
Eva then for the dream realm?
I mean,
Necessarily.
no,
it's
because-
not open. Her portal's not open currently.
True.
Right.
Question. Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
When he looks at the compass in this configuration, is the arrow, because he would follow red, does it get shorter the closer she gets to the circle?
No.
So it stays a consistent size throughout, right?
Yes.
Okay. Never mind.
She's
That-
gonna also walk around the edge of the teleportation circle to make sure that it's not something beyond the teleportation circle.
It is pointing at the teleportation circle.
Oh god. Alright. Well, that's not great. So we need to go back to Vosswood at some point.
I mean, that was our plan already at some point.
Right.
And that would make sense if he was around back then, that he'd have information, right?
Right. That's a good point.
But if the
Alright, well-
Soshwins are gone, why would he just leave this open? That's what doesn't make sense to me.
It's open. It's that it's unused.
What if he doesn't
he
know
may have
about it?
forgotten.
He definitely knows about it.
Right.
If you
He
remember the
probably
journal
used
you
it.
found, he used it to invade here the first time. He wiped out the
Right.
Sashuans.
What would happen if he thought in the battle the island was already slipping and therefore had no need to worry about it?
That's possible. Again, he doesn't know we have found this island.
Mhm.
Right.
And with the precautions of the necklaces, that he's not going to learn that we know about this island.
Right.
We should.
Okay,
probably-
well, what's our order of operations? What are we doing next?
Antha finishes getting this ready.
Mhm.
Right.
Do we continue to the Brightstone chain?
Remind me why we were headed there.
It was just a
Doctor checked
direction.
on friends as well because they were possibly there. A location to throw off people, as through those islands they are many bridges and easy to kind of slip away.
It's also like a pilgrimage island, so it might have something to do with the spear, but that's been settled since I finished deciphering the book.
Right.
It was also just a direction that wasn't obvious that we would take.
Mm-hmm.
Well, going back to Vosswood would also be not an obvious direction.
He knows we will
No.
come back eventually, though.
Yes.
True.
Pretty obvious
That's-
once we get there.
Unless we use a teleportation circle.
Well, yes, but we need to get a little stronger before I feel confident in our ability to take him on.
Right. But also, paradoxically, the stronger I get, the weaker the me in the box gets.
That is true.
So how much can we afford?
As long as you don't are sprouting feathers and wings, I think we're okay.
I already have the wings, Doctor.
Well, if you get
As
feathers,
long as you don't
you can
get
worry.
the beak, as long as you don't have the beak, I think we'll be fine.
If I get a beak or talons, you'll be the first to know, Dracox.
Yeah, I know. I'll be ready to run the first chance I see it.
Smart man.
At the same time, it's something that can't be fully helped at this point.
Right. Well, let's continue on until we have a better course of action then.
The main thing holding us up is the way to stab the devourer and a way to get his true name.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. I should probably attempt again.
What if you think of the Devourer's true name? Can I see the compass? I want to try this.
Oh, she'll hand it over to Foster.
I'm gonna think of the Devourer's true name, and I'll put a spell in the thing.
Don't like his reaction.
Sorry, I'm just prepping something.
Oh, great. Cool. That makes me feel so much better.
And I die, and I'm gone again. Bye, guys.
Go again, bye guys. Yeah.
Bye.
Surprise! Paige has taken a vacation.
So that's what
You
the secret
didn't
chat was.
Oh, let me think here. That's good.
Mm.
I hate
Yeah.
it.
Uh-huh.
I was going to use it to try to find a way to get to the devourer so we can stab it.
Mm.
Ours true name.
I can give you an easy one first, because I did want to take a split second to think about something else while I have this. Maybe easy. I don't actually know.
Trying to think here. Within the rules of the compass. Is it time for this to happen?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Compass level 3 unlocked.
Right?
If this rolls a natural 20,
Uh-huh.
it is time for it to happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
He seems
It
really
just spins.
Okay.
Okay.
Make
Well,
a
I'm
perception
holding
check,
it.
Foster.
Okay. Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 0. Let's go. 10.
Okay.
I'd be watching.
Red.
Yes.
Yeah, good luck, everybody else.
Yeah.
Red.
Damn, not even 18. Yeah.
As she talks, as she kind of thinks of this and spinning around, you notice the slightest hesitation. Doesn't point towards anybody, but there is like a hesitation in its pointing before it goes back to just spiraling.
Oh, okay. So, but in the hesitation, where was it pointing? Not to, like, I know it's not pointing to anybody specifically, but
It wasn't pointing at like anything's really specific. It like,
okay, just hesitate.
pick a direction,
Okay.
It's like it had to think about where it was. Or whether it wanted to reveal itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, that was weird. There
Well,
was a
that's
little
a-
hesitation.
Did you feel anything?
No.
No? No? You didn't feel like there was like a wall that you had to crash through?
No, I was just thinking, and then it was spinning, and
He looks at it and says something in Draconic that Red would immediately pick up as, "You fucking sexist thing."
maybe it doesn't work for me. I'm gonna think of something else. And DM, I'm gonna think of Lady Seraphina. And see if
Ooh.
it will point somewhere. Just out of curiosity.
Lady Seraphina.
Do you need a reminder?
I was gonna say, remind the viewers who like
For the
For the
Seraphina is.
viewers, that would be Foster's birth mom.
Ooh.
That's right. It does kind of, and again, you got to remember most direct route, right?
Mm.
It points at a very, very slight angle down and west.
Down.
Yeah.
And we
Like,
are already
if this is
under
level,
No.
if this is
lower.
level, it's
And we're already under the normal
Or,
level.
no, we're above.
you're
above.
No, we're above.
you're at cloud level.
We're at regular level. So
Yes.
it's below, she's below somewhere. Okay. Note taken.
Well, there's
it
things
works.
that would be considered that Foster would be aware of, such as the planet is spherical.
Right. Okay.
Just because it's
know.
pointing down
Okay.
doesn't necessarily mean it's pointing below the undercloud. It's drawing a straight line
farther away.
to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So it's just
West.
there's a chance it could just be that it's so far away, the curvature of the planet is taking effect.
Okay. All right. Well, it works, but not to find the Devourer's name. So
Right. Or anything not on this plane.
Yes.
right.
But somehow there's something up.
I mean, there are a lot of things that are up. But
Right, besides clouds.
yeah.
Do we have any way to explore? I mean, I can fly, but I can't fly that much, and I'd also still need to breathe at a certain point.
Right. I mean, the broom will go.
Right.
It is possible this island can go that high.
Right.
It doesn't
We just
rely on
got
a buoyancy.
Or it made its own bubble somewhere above us.
Right.
It exists, not in our
Bubbleception.
islands, but
Might be
Huh?
similar to the island below the clouds, where you
Mhm.
don't
Yeah.
see it until you go through the bubble.
Wait. What if the island that we were on below the clouds, what if they've just over history and all that forgotten that there is a way to actually maneuver the island and we can raise it back up?
That island is probably too big.
Right. This one is smaller.
No, that island was very large.
But what if there's like old technology that just like it's almost finished and we have the final piece?
Are you talking about the Shadow Temple?
Yeah.
Didn't we explore that entire thing?
We didn't go under
Mhm.
it.
I think we were too worried about your fish friend Bob.
Yes, we were. Mm-hmm.
Right.
It
Yeah.
Do you
almost tried to
remember?
eat me.
Right.
Yeah.
And you thought it was adorable until you realised it was much larger than whatever it was you were talking to, one of its little dangly bits.
yes.
And it took a bite out of your ribs.
Yeah. Still have
Right.
scoff that.
So perhaps
I'm gonna ask a dumb question, but if we just look up, you wouldn't just randomly see an island in the fucking stratosphere, right?
No.
Just
It might,
checking.
it might have a spear of magic similar to the island below the clouds, where
It's-
you can't see
Well-
through it.
right. You know, Doctor, how far up do you think I could go with my broom before I run out of oxygen?
Doc does the math. I roll an intelligence check just to see if Doc can figure out that math.
I feared this question would come, and I never prepared for it.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's one of those questions you're just like, they're never gonna need it.
You'll
Yeah.
never need to be that far up. Yeah.
Until the fact
Yeah,
that you
you
just
know.
unknowingly gave me a compass.
I did start to do research trying to figure out what's the exact altitude that everything is at, like at a base level, and then the math bothered me and I walked away.
It's actually
I mean,
not
you
as
can
high as you think it is. Okay, so Doc got a 15 total. In
And you
intelligence
rolled
check.
awful.
And I'm not going to give you a D4 red. I don't feel like it's worth that.
Fine, you're fine. You could always just like DM hand wave it and be like, in this universe.
Again, the height of the stratosphere is malleable based on the DM's discretions for that.
Mhm.
Because if you want to try to go for 2 real life, there isn't that much room above the clouds to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have the upper limit.
Oh god, it knows me too well. Would you like me
Why?
to explain how that feels? Physiologically or narratively. For example, in a D&D or writing sense. Jeebus.
Called out.
Please.
Called out by the
Really.
AI.
Exactly. It's like 3 kilometers.
In American units, please.
10,000 feet.
Okay, thanks.
Hi, Faye.
We measure in freedom units, sorry.
You're not so free right now. Free healthcare.
Look, I think we measure height correctly. You guys do not. I don't, why are you measuring in centimeters?
Okay,
Right,
look,
bro.
I can't be biased because I work in an architecture firm and I both use feet and inches and meters and millimeters and
Mhm.
yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I just
It's
want
fun.
my part of the imperial system is like, why do you guys use centimeters to measure a person's height?
Yeah,
Because it's
like
more
what is
accurate
that?
than inches.
It's not.
No.
though.
It is. It is because it's a
No.
smaller fraction. It's a smaller unit.
That's why
Therefore,
you
it's
can
more
say
accurate.
1.5 inches or however many,
So then why
Like
not
you
just say 165 centimeters?
because we don't use
You
your
don't
dang
use the rest of the
metric
world
crap.
uses it.
That's not entirely true, actually. 'Cause
Okay.
I
Most of the world uses it, thank you.
You know what? Go take your maple syrup and go sit
Uh-huh.
down and
Do
have
you
a
want your
Coke.
ketchup
Go.
chips in a month?
Uh-huh.
Sit
She's
down.
just gonna dangle that.
She is.
I will.
She absolutely is.
Do you want your maple
I
syrup?
want my maple syrup too.
Do you want me?
Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, I've done some quick math here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, shocking epiphany. You're not wrong. I hate math. I can't stand it.
Yep.
I understand full well its importance and how great it can be, but I failed math and got exceptional scores in English literature and writing. So you figure
Yep.
it out.
Yep.
I like math. I'll do it.
I was
Yep.
in advanced English and fundamentals of math. So put the two together.
That is very fair.
All right, so yes.
Looking
Yeah.
at this, given Doc's rolls, you've got a good bit you could go up before you started running out of air.
We could take a little stroll upwards.
Right.
Joe says we didn't become back-to-back World War champions to use what everyone else uses.
Ain't wrong.
I need to buy that shirt still. I love it. Back to back World War champs.
Right.
Thank you, Nutmeg, for the information that will be used later.
Oh, geez.
Do me a favor and pin it.
Done.
Oh, no.
Actually, I'll
Right.
do you one better.
Send it to you as DM.
Nope, notes and resources.
Perfect.
Right. So,
So again, like I'll try and put it in context of the world. You know, sky ships exist. There are sky ships. They're just not common, but they do exist. They don't normally go too high, but they go high enough. Like Draco's, like everybody would have seen them or know of them. Like especially, I mean, they're honestly regulated by the Cloud Ocean Trading Company because if you own a sky ship, you are immediately the highest military force on the entire planet.
Yep.
Because you have the advantage of height.
legalese, where does that put us now?
right.
That puts you guys as the fact that you know the cloud ships exist. You know you can go higher without losing air. But you also know Drakic Shu would be privy to this and Foster too. Eva might have some knowledge. Red might have some knowledge. Livigazon, you wouldn't have too much of this. But there are also some some sky ships get outfitted with magic to assist in keeping a bubble of oxygen.
Right.
Yep, if we could get.
I'm pretty sure Drac would also know that there's a a device that could be created that would create an air bubble in case the ship bubble breaks.
I would say you wouldn't know that one
Oh, okay.
Ah.
because
fair.
most commonly the ship, it's kind of intertwined into the runes of the ship that flies. So basically, you know, if one fails, it means they both failed. You're just dicked.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Okay.
Fucking later haters, you're going down.
Right.
It's just one hell of a roller coaster ride, you know?
Yep.
So, should I go up then? Or is this a problem for another day?
Maybe change our position and see if it's still directly above.
That definitely gave me a headache to do, but I
Because if it's directly above us here, and we say change our position by a few 100 miles, and then we did it again, would it point back in this direction? If it does, I can probably work out some math to give you an exact distance. I know, we're just going to try to triangulate this thing.
Right, yeah.
Right. Okay. So we'll just make a note of this position on the map and then go to the islands where we were going and try it again.
And we can see if we can.
Right.
That's
that
fair.
will give us enough distance to try and triangulate it.
Because it's not necessarily something we need to do now, that we know, at least nothing that we know we need is there.
Speak for yourself.
Again, nothing that we know is there. I feel like if something we needed would have been hinted at to be there at some point.
That is fair.
I won't rule it out though. It's just saying as far as what we know.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, well.
All right. Is there anything you guys want to continue to work on before we close up the 10-day? Because all this is happening within it.
Oh, I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Eva, is there anything you need from Doc?
I have found my notes. So, Eva would go to Doc because she thinks Doc would have the best idea of the materials that she found from Red's memory. And I will share with him, if you don't have it, the list.
I do not.
I'm gonna DM that to you.
Yeah, technically, usually if Doc's not involved in a scene, I don't listen.
Yes. I mean, fair, but
That way I don't actually metagame some knowledge. I don't mean to.
I kind of do the same. It's not that I don't listen, I just don't take notes. But Eva would come to Doc with the memory of these items. She knows they're important for something, but she's never come across any of these, and she's gonna bring them to Doc and be like, hey, do you know any of this shit? Because I don't.
Reading this list out loud, I can already tell there's probably like one or two items on here that Doc probably knows of, but not what all they could be used for, I'm willing to say. And then some of them is like, yeah, this is some high tier spell ritual you're conjuring here.
Need you to make me an Arcana check.
And that's why I bring
Arcana
it to
check.
Doc, because he's got a plus
Arcana
13 to
check.
that shit.
Let's
Yeah.
see what the dice say. Could be better. You want to D4 it?
Oh no.
That is a 24.
Ooh.
What do you
He
want to
said, I
know?
wanted to make sure I know.
Mhm.
I got a 10 and I got a 1 on a D4. So,
What do you want to know?
are all of these used in the same ritual?
That is a free answer. Yes.
Cool.
As the information was presented to you, she would describe like the scene and what she
Yeah.
saw and all of it. Yes, it was all going into I'm not sure what you guys call it, but in my notes it's just called the Box of Doom.
The box of doom. That makes me all warm and fuzzy. Thanks.
Well, technically, it is.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Most of these, I don't even think Doc could even figure out how to get. immediately. From what I understand of Doc's knowledge. Like, for example, the Tears of a God, Doc would have no clue to get that. But everything else, I feel like Doc can probably figure out, like, okay. How would I determine if Doc knows how to acquire these materials?
So, just going down the list.
Mhm.
The powder unicorn horn kind of speaks for itself. Just gotta find a
Yeah.
unicorn. Dragon's breath. All you gotta do is figure out how the hell you bottle dragon's breath.
Crystallized specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The heartwood actually kind of, in your mind, kind of, you make this link to a similar object that was recently retrieved, the World Tree branch.
Yeah.
So you imagine it's probably something similar to that. The ashes of a star. There's enough understanding of the astral plane to know, there's high level magic to get there, and all you gotta do is go find it and grab it.
Yeah.
Tears of a God, definitely difficult, but again, they're still physical. They're real entities. You can just, you could, with enough gusto and enough backbone, you could just go to Elysium and track one down. Or, Avernus, if you're feeling froggy, I'm sure there's one there.
We just give them bad dad jokes. Eventually they'll cry.
The king's blood kind of is, it seems to be more of kind of
especially as King's Blood rune.
Yeah, there is definitely how would I put this? An intention behind the giving of something like that. So you would imagine that it has to come from a ruler of great significance that understands, like, loss, weight of choice, things like that.
At those two, the Great King could probably give us both.
Probably.
The mirror shard seems decently able to gather, given the talent of at least 2 members of your party.
But me either have knowledge of how to do this, so.
Crystallized name also rings a bell. It could be something in a similar vein of the naming that will be used for the spear, or the bodkin. The soul flame wax that almost seems to burn backwards. That's something else. That's leaning into kind of less intelligence based magic and more probably charismatic, or feeling it out. You're dealing with life essence.
So I would know about it, but I would need to send someone else to do it, basically. I couldn't recreate it.
No. And then the carapace dusted with time glass sand.
Do we have any sand left over from our experience in the undercrypt of with the genie?
I'm gonna go with no.
It's
not a bad thought process.
Thought about it. Like
my question is, as the GM, what is the thought process behind trying to recreate this?
Eva's looking for information, and it's not necessarily like trying to recreate it, but it's trying to work backwards and figure out where these pieces came from, if that makes sense.
Okay. So you've got that. I'll also give you kind of the purpose.
Also, since we're looking for the Everhunger, it was more of are any of these a direct link to this entity?
Gotcha.
The crystallized name would be the closest thing.
The crystallized name could be a strong hint. For the rest of the ingredients, the powder unicorn horn, Doc, you would know that's typically used in magics to resist like the passage of time, to resist decay, to resist kind of rust and the failing of magics. It assists in fortifying the runes and the magic itself to stay strong beyond the test of time. The Dragon's Breath suspended in crystal, to you that basically screams, consistent power source and, strength of that vigor. The Heartwood, that seems to be kind of probably like an anchoring, because it is a specific, lore item that has the ability to grow through the planes as a singular branch. So it does have the ability to link through the planes.
Source for the whole ritual.
The Ashes of a Star, that to you, you're having trouble kind of nailing that down, but you would imagine it probably ties in with kind of like a cycle of things assisting with other ingredients and increasing their potency.
Probably compares well with the Tears of a God and even the Mirror.
The Tears of a God, with that, it's again another incredibly high powerful item to probably bind or place under rule.
All right,
Because I
do have a question for you.
Sure.
How many? Okay, we know how many gods there are, but do you have lesser and greater gods, or no?
Yes, there are lesser deities and there are greater deities.
Okay, so someone of the power of a lesser deity could technically fulfill this slot.
You're unsure.
Okay.
You don't know, obviously, in the making of this abomination, this horrible device to carry out this purpose, you don't know who assisted in this.
But someone had to have.
Yeah, a deity had to have.
That actually brings up a good idea. I'm trying to figure out which god assisted in it. When you find out which god it is, that god likely has the true name we can get from them.
That's good thinking.
And the cleric doesn't have cleric spells.
And Vosswood has info on that whole process, right?
Right.
Mhm.
I already hate that I brought that up because I don't want to go back, but
Pretty sure
Not
none
really.
of us do.
Right.
Look, I'm gonna go back for some revenge, but I don't need to get a little stronger.
Yeah. I mean, also, he probably won't have as many people there as he did at that dinner because that was definitely just a trap.
And if we show up by surprise,
Don't forget, you've already taken out like 5 of his individuals.
Yeah,
right.
but
No.
ideally those
No.
individuals.
Trying to think here, because you all directly took out 4, 2
Mhm.
ran, and he sent you their fangs.
Mhm.
So you took out 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we took out like a third of them that were at the dinner, at least.
right. And honestly, I think Vosswood is probably far more powerful than the rest of them.
I agree.
yeah.
But it has been some time. But yeah, I think we
Right.
need just a little bit more time to plan and prepare for all that. Because it's
It's not something we can do on a whim. We need to have.
No.
Killing a vampire is not that easy.
No. we need to make sure that we are prepared, have everything that would help stop a vampire.
I find fires fairly effective.
Do you want to light my sword on fire next time?
Sure if I can do that.
We could try.
Right.
Test it
Well,
out.
I'm
Test it out
actually
right here, right now.
Yeah.
Whoosh!
Do it.
I've had a time already trying to imbue my own dagger.
How is that going?
It's going.
Slowly but surely.
Right. I'm not one for imbuing in runes and all that, but it's
I'm not one for
going.
magic. So,
Right.
yep.
Well, we could probably plan something out on our way to these other islands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, don't we have to go back to Hasbing at some point too?
Right.
Check out that island.
Maybe let your parents know.
Yeah. Should probably tell them in person.
Yeah.
Not via sending.
No, not via sending to my sister, who then tells them, yeah, that's even worse.
Even worse.
Worse. Yeah.
I did see Drakic's mouth move, but I'm not sure if you were actually mouthing or unmuted.
Did he do a Megan?
I did a
He?
Meg. I did.
Oh!
You know, it's fine.
Uh-huh.
It's in that type of week. It's okay. I need to actually give Meg some homage. You know.
It's all good.
Yeah.
What'd you say, man?
I was just saying the fact that that's gonna be hilarious, but also Drac would gently regain the compass, and once again think of the dragon box to see if it's still kind of like pointing in the general direction that he would know Hasbing is in currently from their current location.
How many days has it been since last checked?
When are we
It's been a while.
Then I would say it would point, in a general down direction.
Mhm.
You head upstairs, you get to the map, and do some of the math. And looking at it, it does not point towards the known location of Hasbing.
So, which means that the box is below the clouds, probably, and
It's to an island. It has
it's
just
on
happened
its
to cross
own.
over.
Yeah, it just last time just magically timed it right. Okay. And we could also do the same thing for the genie box. For general idea as well.
Yeah.
It does point down, but obviously a different direction.
Yeah, no.
Can I?
But he would kind of like gently place two markers down. One for the one that kind of looks like a dragon token, and another one that looks like a lamp. And for giggles, because now he's kind of curious,
Sure.
we would also check on the location of the actual island where the Phoenix box was. Just to kind of like see where, like, position wise, where the three islands are in, like, corresponding to each other.
Got you. Yeah, down but different angle.
Okay.
So it's like not where we left it.
Well, no, that island also was moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know that because like when we actually checked the ship, it was completely different location wise.
Yes,
So we
I had
know
to
that
move it
island
multiple
moves.
times.
Yeah.
So with that, having a position for all three, he would kind of check to look at the approximate proximity of the three to each other. Do they look like they're equally distant from each other?
I'm gonna need an intelligence check.
Okay.
And this is where Drakex dies.
No, this is a check.
Could it be a
It's
net?
a check. I'm not burning my brain.
If you're not
I'm going to
worried,
use my
maybe.
D4 with that one just because. That's a 16.
With a 16, the math is beyond your grasp, but you have a. Yeah. They're in different locations.
Yeah.
But you're going from a 3D reading, trying to go to a 2D object because you only have a 2D map with you.
Wait, do we even have distances?
No.
Yeah.
In other words, you're just drawing lines on a map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. I just came up with an idea for this. He just starts turning around. Doc, Antha, brings the map with him, brings the compass is kind of sealed again. And he's going to take them both into a separate room, unfurl the map.
You should make
Bring
a
up the
persuasion
compass.
check.
Okay.
You need to
Antha's
persuade
Stop making
Antha.
new math.
Yeah, Antha's busy.
Do you not want this necklace for Cass done?
Yeah, he does. He does. That's a 15. But also, like, this is like a next project type of thing. Whenever there's the chance.
I have 7 other projects once this is done. What else do you want to add to my plate?
With a 15, you look and she turns and she's just sleeves rolled up to the elbow in various grease, chalks, ingredients. She's got a screwdriver in her mouth. Goggles are down with a big frog-eyed look. Huh?
He's gonna try not to laugh. He's just gonna be like, I had a request for something, but I see the fact that you're busy.
What?
Is there any way later? I want to throw the idea out there before I forget it. To create and he would bring up the compass in its 3D configuration.
Mm-hmm.
A configuration of the compass here with a map. So this way, when we bring this form of it up, it will kind of generate a better understanding of where it's pointing to.
She goes back to work.
Yeah. All right, he's just going to put it back away. He's just like, okay, never mind. The idea was put out there. That's it.
Ask the pale one.
Kind of stops and is just like,
Fair.
fair. He just puts like in a little post-it on like in his room. Ask the pale one in a couple of weeks.
Are you thinking like Foster appears next to you in your room?
Yeah.
Are you thinking like if you take a map and like document where it is, like what direction it is from here, and then like in a different location you could document the direction from there, and then where those lines cross is where you need to go.
Okay, real quick. I have to ask, was that intentional from Anther, or was that a misspeak from you, Brandon? Because
What?
her calling him the pale one.
He's a pale, pasty ginger or something like that by
Just
via his
checking.
description.
Just checking.
The skin tone he has is called pale Irishman.
There it
Yeah.
is.
So he definitely at that point he just I'll give it a couple of weeks. Not that important right now.
Doc
But,
is 8.5 by 11.
Yeah. Hearing the question from Foster, he kind of like turns and just goes, yes, but no.
No, he's legal paper. He's
Unrolled.
What do you mean, yes, but no?
So the problem is, in order to get that kind of direction down to figure out, we need to get another point on the opposite side to better understand where to cross. Thing is, if the islands are moving,
They move. I forgot about that. Damn it.
that doesn't help out too much. But if we had a spherical map, even if we were to put the tokens on there for the islands, and he would put the tokens on the islands currently again, so this way she could see like the tokens kind of like slowly nudging along
Yeah.
occasionally. If this was on a sphere, the tokens are moving with a compass giving us an idea of its general direction. We would better understand if from where we are, where the destination point is, as we'd be able to see it better on that map. Because now I'm currently playing, is this exactly across from us? Is this where it's kind of pointing to? Whereas the other one, it's just like, oh, it's this place. And he knows he already lost her at that point.
Yeah.
Is
She's
Zon
lost. She's kind of looking at the map and looking at whatever's west of them right now and just kind of thinking and
A
wondering.
little bit of like foam comes out the corner of
A
her
little bit of
mouth.
like, I don't
Steam
understand what
also.
he's.
There's some steam coming out of her ears. Her eyes are starting to slowly swirl instead.
Yeah,
Zon
You
pops her
just-
head in.
fully lost her.
Think sphere within a sphere. The sphere in the sphere is the compass, and then outside the sphere is the map. And then things are going along. So then the compass 3D wise can point to the island. And we are the compass.
I love every minute of this.
That made less sense.
The best part is I have a perfect explanation for this, but I'm not going to give it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fearception.
Uh-huh.
I get it.
Yup.
No.
Make a
Yeah.
deception check.
As she says that, Drac just mumbles, at least I don't have to worry about the second post in the ship right next to the porthole window. And he kind of like mumbles this as if like
Yeah.
saying like where something's hidden inside of his room on the ship, just for giggles.
He wants to turn the map into a globe.
Yes.
Yeah.
He did say that.
I'm sure somebody's already invented that. Or we could talk to Skelton again.
Or you could put the map on a sphere.
It's kind of not. He kind of like just like. I wish it was that simple because paper just round doesn't work as well because top and bottom don't go through. He's just like,
Foster.
okay.
You watch as like the face of Galen slowly comes out from the side of Dracix, and he's just staring at him while he's drinking something.
Hi.
Drag is completely ignoring him right now. And then his tail just like comes up and like smacks him in the side of the head for a sec. But it's a very light tap, but it's enough to make him just like jostle his cup.
Mother.
wasting.
I told you should have splurged for the good navigator's kit.
I didn't realize that we were gonna get such a great compass.
You know, you wouldn't be so cheap if you were better at cards.
And he stops, and he just slowly turns and just goes, "We won this ship in a game of cards."
Technically.
Oh, yeah. I heard all about that story. Oh, yeah. We killed the guy, but he didn't stay dead. Yeah, okay. And he walks off.
I
Oh
did
my
take his head.
Technically, I did win the hand.
Yeah. And we did
That
take his
also-
head, and then it just somehow regrew.
That also wasn't you winning at cards. That was the doctor winning at cards.
I said we.
Yeah.
Mm.
We.
I love the double.
We won. Okay, he knows the fact that this was a team effort for the ship. He's only the captain in name, really. He's just
You're only the captain because none of us have boat experience.
Yeah, that was good. He's only the captain in name. He knows that.
All right.
Yeah, he did. He missed that on the
Is there-
Dakota ring.
Anything else you
Nope.
guys want to do with this scene before we just go to the end of the 10-day? Okay. We move to the end of the 10-day. Those of you who are enchanting, feel free to mark 10 more days in your enchantment processes.
All right.
Good.
Just so I clarified, Bob now has a broom precipitation cleaning.
Ha ha ha!
I'm just
and-
going to roll. Go ahead, sorry.
Stellar.
And Cass has a actual amulet of non-detection.
I'm going to roll a Arcana check for Antha to fully grasp this controls of this building. And she does so quite well with a natural 16 on the dice.
Nice.
Yes, Carly.
She is able to basically use like a loose kind of a combination of locate object that she modifies and integrates into the controls to where when it's turned on, the keep will have a consistent 100-foot distance behind the ship.
We love that.
We just have a floating house.
Yeah.
Floating castle. Yeah.
And we have access to a bed, our good kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Actual baths.
Hmm
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Which means we could start repurposing some of these rooms, and if we're going to be sleeping on the island, repurpose some rooms in the ship.
That was my question: is do we hang out on the island now, or?
Well, the thing is to remember is you hired a full sailing crew. So those of you of the adventuring party don't have to do and haven't had to do anything really on the ship. It runs with them.
Hmm
Yep. So we are on the island then.
Which frees up. I mean, if you guys are going to fully remove your items from the ship,
Mhm.
it could free up some space for to assist in establishing a hierarchy within the ship.
Yep. And Zahn now has actual ground to plant her plants in.
It's very true. She does.
Wow.
Huzzah!
You
I don't
could
know anything
plant a
about-
tree.
Oh, I can make trees.
I don't know anything about planting, but can I help you replant all your stuff?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doc with his
And
entire
then we'll do
setup.
spa night. It'll be great.
Whee.
Galen could take over as the, acting captain for times when Drakkix wants to be within the keep.
Doc can
And-
teleport between the keep and the island.
Mhm.
and teleport others.
Yeah, it's only 100 feet.
Yeah,
Yep.
100 feet
I
can
can,
far
I can,
fly.
yeah, I can either use Dimension Door or I can just use the Vortex Warp. Both would work.
Or Red can just fly back and forth
That too.
on her
Yeah.
broom.
I can also
But I would
just
say
fly.
it's quite a deterrent to have a keep floating behind a ship.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say it's rare, but it is certainly like that line between uncommon and rare. It's seen.
Mhm.
People have the ability to either make ships large enough that are just basically like a slightly smaller mansion,
Right.
but speed becomes an issue when you get that large. Trying to be
Yeah.
buoyant on the clouds.
But
You
we're
can
not.
choose the safety of buoyancy or the surety of speed. And most people take the safety of buoyancy.
But for us, ours doesn't require buoyancy.
Yeah,
That
as
is
far
true.
as kind of what Antha describes to you is that there isn't buoyancy here. It is just levitation magic
Mhm.
on a grand scale.
Amazing.
So you guys could literally just stay in the keep and give the crew orders, hey, continue on this path to blah. Which is what I'm guessing what you do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we became pirates, we would be uncatchable.
Yep.
That would be
Do they have a
true.
way to communicate with us?
There is a
Just
sending stone to the ship.
Cool. Perfect.
And technically message. They're in
Yep.
range for it.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, works for me.
It's also like with that in mind, don't forget that the center of the keep is what's the 100-foot point. So you're really only, if you walk out and stand on the ledge, you're really only like 50, 60 feet away from the ship.
Yeah.
Easily teleport people with the base casting of Vortex Warp back and forth.
Yeah.
Mhm. Right.
All right. Getting back. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Zahn has nothing else to do.
Okay. You guys get back on course.
My next question is, how are we docking at the island?
The ship.
Like,
Are we
with a whole
keeping? Yeah, what are we doing the island? Are we gonna keep it below clouds docked, or are we gonna keep like away from the island?
The keep, it would be below the island.
Okay.
Get
This
some
way,
rope
it's still close enough to the ship in case of anything, but not seen.
Yeah, just keep in mind, this platform does not have any kind of protective bubble around it. If you go underneath, you are exposed to whatever may be under there. Which activity may not be too harsh because you're that close to an island, but it is there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, do we want to answer the questions of people when they see us roll up in an island?
Right.
Would there be many questions?
That's also a question. I'm sure some official would have a question or two for us.
Would there be anyone to recognize it?
No,
I
because
would
we don't
say-
remove all the flags.
Well, even with that, the confidence of time, it's
Sure.
Yeah, recognition is not the problem. I see here it's jurisdictional and bureaucracy. I see being the problem.
Sure.
to ensure I communicate the lore of the world correctly. Why does that feel like it's an issue to the doctor?
I don't know. It just feels like, how do you pay for docking for an island?
So it doesn't dock, and I would say Drakix and Foster could probably lean this information in. The people that have enough money and wealth to have a large enough floating structure, they just leave it, slightly offshore.
Yeah.
And typically, people don't talk to you because you probably have gold and you're probably a douchebag.
So Drac.
Yeah, but way more stuck up, like at least 20%.
So Red.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, like a wealthy red.
Yeah.
Like a red who just
Has so
doesn't-
much money she doesn't care anymore.
basically, yeah.
Yeah, because
Like, you're the kind of person that would, yeah, she's the kind of person that would like, I want to buy this. I would like to buy this building. Well, sure, thanks. And you demolish it. It ruined my view.
Exactly. She would
Yeah.
absolutely do that.
That's right.
Those are the kinds of people that own these things.
Don't
My family
ever
knew
give
that.
Red a lot
Yeah.
of money.
Like, it could be this whole thing. Like, my family owned that store for 6 generations. Yeah. That's nice. I can't see.
I can paint a picture of it for you. Will that help?
Yeah, basically.
All right.
You are back on your original course. As the next day passes, I need everyone to roll a d20.
Ooh. That's not scary at all.
Lovely.
Go ahead.
I rolled a 2.
Okay. Okay.
14.
Okay.
Red rolled an 8.
All right.
16 for doctor.
All right. Eva, what you got?
Please hold.
Okay.
I might have broke something.
Oh no.
No.
There it goes. Me.
What you got?
It's a 4 on the fucking die.
All right. With those rolls, your first day back on the path is uneventful.
Okay.
Okay.
So, heading into the night.
Yeah.
How's that going? Who is where?
Oh geez.
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
Zahn and I were replanting her stuff in the island and then
Yes.
doing a spa day at night.
Oh, hell
So-
yeah. With
Okay.
drinks.
Doctor
Yes.
turned one of the
With
studies
that
into
wine
a
that we
laboratory.
bought. Yes.
Eva, which room are Red and Eva claiming?
Honestly, I don't know. The fact that we even left the ship is still not processed in my brain. So pick one.
Okay, can someone put me on the second floor of the map,
Yes.
please?
Got you.
Thank you.
Maybe put
I-
2 tokens everyone on each side of the map, or open it up
Yeah.
entirely.
At this, yeah, I was gonna say, at this point, do we just want to reveal the whole thing?
Yep, hang on, I got this.
Okay.
Yay.
Just going to do that.
Ooh.
Wow.
Control
Yeah.
A. Great shortcut.
Okay. Would it be possible to take like one of the smaller beds and put it in here? That way Cass can be in here, or are we gonna put Cass in a different room? Eva.
Do we have the space for that?
We do.
There's 8 rooms.
Yeah, so there's 4 downstairs rooms and there's 4 upstairs rooms. I was thinking that Eva and Red could be in this top right one. Or top left one. My bad.
Then we'll put
And
her
then
down
maybe-
in the bottom one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. That way, Eva and Red can actually have a room to themselves.
Ooh.
I know, right?
Come here, child. Go over there.
She gets a big bed. She's got a starfish across the whole thing.
Hell yeah.
Somehow takes the whole bed still.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, she's big enough. I mean, think of Hendrix at 10. He probably took up all of his bed and then some.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, actually, everybody could get their own room, technically.
Yeah. Yep.
And then we could spread out people on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Time to do map updates.
Yep.
Red will ask Eva if she thinks that it would be productive at all to try again to find the name in the dream realm.
I mean, it's always possible. Question is, where would you start looking? Because I can only draw from your memories.
Right.
If we want to go that route. If we're just looking in the dream realm itself, that's a bigger undertaking. Not impossible, but still bigger. It's not like I can just call up the Grey King whenever I feel like it, you know? Gotta go through some channels and talk to some people and...
You gotta get the receptionist, make an appointment.
So, not impossible, but harder.
I'm not sure, actually.
Since you don't have previous life memories to draw on, that kind of limits.
Right. So I know somewhere this had to have been talked about with me. They had to ask at some point. Even if they didn't take my no.
I mean, maybe me helping you can pull one from your subconscious, but we've never tried that.
Well, do you want to try?
I mean, we can. I wouldn't know how to guide that this time. It would be a lot more
Right.
random. There's no knowing what we would get.
Right.
It's up to you.
And I
then.
haven't the first idea how to figure out how to do it.
You tell me.
Well, the last time we tried this, there were certainly new memories of a time before.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps this time I can focus on the conversation when they did ask, rather than the actual ritual itself.
Can try.
Better than not trying. So if
Okay.
you're up for it, let's go.
Yep. We will try.
Okie dokie. It's going to be the same as the last time, I would expect. She will have her urn in her lap. Eva behind her.
Okay. As the two of you push into this journey, the
Red, take
familiar
5 points of damage.
kind of
Right.
ripcord effect of your consciousness being pulled from your body jars you. Red, I need to know what your inner mind palace looks like.
I can't even say that for my real life. Hold on a second. Okay. I would imagine that her safe space is probably... Well, considering she only has memories from this life, her safe space is the room that she and Ava slept in at Ava's house.
Okay. That's where it begins. But one of the walls has been completely ripped out. And you look out upon this almost endless plain of harsh red rock and fire and lightning. And in the distance, you see what appears to be this grand castle. But it is being slowly ripped up from the ground, and you watch as the peaks and the corners and brick by brick is being dismantled top down into a shape in the sky that you begin to think was the sun, but it's not. It is a ring of an eclipse with the middle of it being pure black. And parts of this castle are being ripped up and pulled into it in this perpetual cycle. You look as you watch what appears to be the same brick get ripped. And as it heads towards the middle of this kind of ring of eclipse in this void, the brick rebuilds itself. I'd say, looking at the castle and this kind of structure, it's probably about 3/4 just upended from top down.
Would it be safe to say that that castle is a metaphor for Red as a whole, and then the eclipse thing is the Everhunger?
That's a pretty fair assumption, yes.
Cool. All right. She is going to go towards the castle.
Okay. As you head towards it, you step out away from the safety of this space and onto what appears to be some kind of burnt, blackened road. And it leads up to the front of the castle. You head up, and you're immediately met with a closed iron gate that, upon your approach, it opens.
We will go in.
Heading inside, there is a multitude of voices. Some are crying, Some are screaming. Some are laughing. Some are just speaking in low tones. Most of it's just like a whisper, barely the edge of your hearing, even with your increased perceptive ability. It is just, it seems to just know exactly what volume it needs to be at to be just enough to be heard, but not enough to be found.
Do I recognize any of the voices?
You recognize all of them, specifically the one that goes, "Are you so certain?"
Yes, I'm sure. She'll head towards wherever that voice is coming from.
It came from a mirror.
Oh. She'll turn and take a look at the mirror.
You see you.
Like present day me?
In a sense.
Okay. Hello again. What will I find in here?
Everything.
Where can I find the most recent one? Not this one, but the one before.
That one. And it places its hand against a mirror. Thunk. You've already achieved it.
She will place her hand where, like hand on hand, basically, on the mirror.
You do not feel flesh. You feel the cold assurance of mirror and glass.
If I've already achieved it, does that mean I already have access to the memories, or do I need to just find her in here?
Need to get me out.
Oh! It's you then. I will get you out, and I'm working towards that. But I need a piece of information from you if you have it. I need the true name of the Everhugger.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Jesus, I hate these. Ugh, okay. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Gonna add a d4 to that. Come on. Oh, okay, 15.
The 15.
Yep.
Her lips move, but no word comes out.
Can you write it for me?
She looks confused and kind of looks around. Certainly, let me find all the abundance of paper and ink I have.
Can she go like, okay. I couldn't hear that, so could you find a physical way to tell me?
Its name is forbidden.
Right.
Cannot be spoken.
And you spell it.
She starts to speak very slowly, but no
Uh-huh.
sound comes out.
Okay. Right. Say words where the letter is the first letter. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, for bat, you could say ball, apple, lion. Right?
I'm going to be stuck in here forever.
I'm trying to not let you be stuck in there forever. But I must have this name.
Then go find the family and the blood that still worships it.
The family and the blood that still worships it. Do you mean the Shattered Temple? No, I know what you mean. Right.
You see, watch her, she goes, she draws a picture of a rose.
Yep. That's what I figured.
End the session there.
God dang it! Brandon!
Brandon, how dare you?
Yes. Juicy.
Very well done, everybody. Very well done. Incredible session. I hope
Thank
all
you.
of you enjoyed it as much as I did.
I did. I know I did. I enjoyed
So we
definitely
gotta
making
go
comments
back.
at the end.
Yeah.
What was that?
I said I enjoyed making my comments at the end.
So we have to go back to Bosswood, and we have to go back to Doc's family.
Great.
Just talk to the Everhunger instead.
Right? At this point, like...
Good. It's your call. The world is y'all's oyster. I just narrated. Well, it ran a little late, so thank you guys for sticking around who did. Really appreciate it. But I'm going to go ahead and make a quick goodbye so everybody can get out of here that wants to go to bed can go to bed. So, as per usual, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. If you would do us a huge favor, head over to when we upload this on YouTube, give it a like, give it a comment, and let us know how we're doing. We really appreciate it. And also, come join our Discord. We have been growing very steadily, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. We have a snack channel that I absolutely love watching. And, of course, we have the memes as well, which is great. And we have some other things you can surprise you with. So come join our Discord. But, as always, just you guys being here has been incredible. So, please remember, in these rough times, we get into the season of not feeling so great upstairs. We love you all very much. You have incredible friends. Just please have the strength to reach out to them. And those of you who have strength, check on all your friends. Make sure they know you love them. And if you're going to be hanging out, playing some games, I'm just going to say everything is better as long as you don't forget your snacks. Good night, everybody.